Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm so delighted that you came out today for a little bit of personal enrichment because it's so important to you, but it's also important to everyone around you. So this week, I was reminded of some words of wisdom, and those are: when the mind and the heart are in competition, it's the soul that creates the balance. So, you know how a lot of times the mind is working constantly, the heart is working constantly, and it's really important to shift away from that, even for short times during the day, so that you can allow the soul to make your choices for you, because that's where the best choices come from, the good choices, from who you really are. And a little meditation or a little bit of physical yoga practice every day does help to train your brain and your heart. So we'll enjoy a little bit of physical practice this morning. I'm going to focus a little bit more on the cervical spine and the shoulders, because with all of these choices that we have to make every day, sometimes that creates a little bit of weight in the shoulders and blocks some energy there. So we'll set that free this morning. And we'll start out our practice today with a cooling Shatali breath. I don't know about everyone else, but I've been feeling the heat quite a bit. So we'll start out just by finding a comfortable seat. Just find a comfortable seat. Draw all the way down on your tailbone and lift all the way up on the sternum. And as you're lifting up on the sternum, continue to lift all the way up through the crown of your head. And then just very gently draw the shoulders up towards your ears, and then draw your shoulders down and away from your ears. And then try to connect the breath with that movement. So it's a simple movement, and you're just connecting the breath so that the breath creates that movement. That usually feels pretty good in the morning, just to open up the shoulders and the neck a little bit. And now just allow your shoulders to remain slightly back and slightly down. And place your palms down. So your palms are in a mudra of coming inside. Close your eyes down and just start to notice your breath. Maybe it's fast or slow or deep or shallow. But just start paying attention to your breath. And if you know the Shatali breath style already, you can engage the Shatali breath. Otherwise, just open your eyes for a moment and take a deep inhale through your nose. On the exhale, just release all of the breath. Let everything out. The next inhale, we'll breathe in, and you can either breathe in through your teeth, through the space in your teeth, or you can shape your tongue like a taco shape and roll your tongue and draw the cooler air in. On the exhale, you'll be placing the tongue on the palate, directly on the roof of the mouth, and exhaling through the nose. So you inhale through the mouth, place the cool air on your tongue on the palate on the exhale. So however you're breathing, whether it's through the tongue or through the teeth, you're drawing the cool air in, and then you're exhaling it out through the nostrils. So just continue breathing on your own, each inhalation drawing in that cool air, each exhalation releasing the breath through the nostrils. Just feeling that cool breath. Try to stay focused just for a few more breaths. If it's not working, drawing the breath in like a straw, then just use your teeth and draw the breath in through the spaces between the teeth. As the mind and the body begin to cool down, just take a moment now to come back to your natural breath. Keeping your eyes closed down, use your internal eye and just make a brief observation of your body, your physical body. You can scan your forehead and then just start scanning your joints, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. Notice if there's any tightness or any openness. Notice your hips, your knees, your ankles. And then maybe notice your body's temperature. Just becoming aware of yourself. Now bring your palms together at the heart center. Lift your heart up into the palms. And we'll begin our practice today with an intention. And when you can bring to mind an intention, it'll just make your practice and your life more potent, more powerful. Now, nice and easy, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Good morning. So let's continue now with our shoulder movements. And you can stay seated. If you want to readjust your seat, you can. If you're sitting on a chair or if you're sitting on the couch, it's okay too. But just start rolling your shoulders forward. And then draw the shoulders all the way up towards your ears. And now draw your shoulder blades together so you can bring awareness to your back body. So the shoulder blades are almost touching. And then draw those shoulder blades down your back like a cool waterfall. On the inhale, you'll roll your shoulders forward and up. And on the exhale, draw the shoulder blades together and all the way down the back. And just continue following that rhythm of your own breath. Try to dive in a little deeper and notice if you feel anything in your muscles or if you feel anything in your bones, a little bit deeper than the skin. That's where it's all at anyway. Full breath. And then just allow your shoulders to remain slightly back and slightly down, and extend your arms out to the side. And as you draw your arms out to the side, just drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and walk your fingertips out slightly on the left hand till you feel that connection of all of your muscles on that side. Maybe you'll notice how all the muscles from the fingertips all the way up towards the crown of the head are connected. Don't overdo, just allow. So now we'll inhale and bring the chin back parallel with the floor. Walk the fingertips together and then just drop your left ear towards your left shoulder and walk that right arm out. So you're walking the fingertips out. And just try to notice how your muscles are connected. Sometimes it's hard to slow down if mind and heart have been working really fast. But just take a moment now to allow that to happen. It'll be well worth it throughout the day. Well worth it. Now inhale and bring the chin back to the center. Walk your fingertips all the way in. Now let's clasp our hands out in front and press through the palms. So as you're pressing through your palms, if you feel your shoulders lifting up, draw the shoulders back down and away from your ears and lift up through the crown of the head. You really want to feel it in the back of your neck. And if you're not feeling anything, you can draw your chin in slightly. Bring the chin in a little bit more. Keep reaching up through the crown of the head. Full breath. And then inhale and bring the arms up over your head. Exhale and release the arms down to the side in a cool sun breath. Sun came up again this morning, didn't it? Bright and shiny, just like you. Inhale and bring the arms all the way up over your head. Let your palms touch. And then you can bring the palms right down the center line, right to the heart center. Lift the heart up into the palms. Clasp your hands and push your palms out forward. As you're pushing your palms out forward, draw the shoulders back and down. Keep lifting up through the crown of the head. On the inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And on the exhale, release the arms all the way down. Let the arms come all the way down. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Let your palms touch. And on the exhale now, start reaching from your shoulders to your elbows to your wrists to your fingertips, and feel that energy coming from the heart center, right in the middle of your chest. Exhale, and you can release your arms all the way down. Now in this next posture, we're just going to bring the hands together out in front. So I want to show you, I'm using like a bear claw, or my hands are like in a claw, and then I clasp the hands together and draw outwardly. So when you're drawing out, try to get your the back of your hand really close to the throat, where your throat center is. And then inhale, and you'll lift the left arm up, and exhale, and the right arm goes up. So you inhale and exhale a few times. Try not to keep pulling on the hands, but just to get in position, you'll draw the hands away from each other. Otherwise, just keep them soft, keep the holding soft, and just think about bringing the elbows up, okay? Keep your palms, if you can, as close to your throat as you can. Everybody deepen your breath. It's a great way to start your morning. Get rid of some of that tension that you've been building up this week. But maybe you had a great week, I hope. And then we'll come back to the center. And as you come back to the center, just release the arms down, release the arms all the way down. And then just bring your shoulders back up towards your ears, and then draw the shoulders all the way down the back. Now we'll move on to hands and knees. So when you come down onto your hands and knees, just come towards the top of your mat, and we'll move right into table pose. Okay, so when you come into your table pose, we'll focus again on the alignment. So make sure that your knees and your hips are lined up, your wrists and your elbows and your shoulders are all lined up. And then just tune into your spine, and we'll keep flattening that curve, right? Inhale and reach through the crown of your head. And on the exhale, draw the hips slightly back. Next breath, inhale, and we'll lift up the left arm. Just lift the left arm all the way up. And then on the exhale, slide it right through like you're threading a needle. So as you release back down towards the floor, make sure that the head and the neck are resting on the floor, and the shoulder. So if your body is still up kind of high, which can happen if your muscles are a little bit tight, just place a blanket or a towel underneath your shoulder, so you can allow for the head and the neck to relax. So deepen your breath here and try to breathe into your upper back. If you can imagine that, try to breathe into your upper back. Make more room to breathe. Really opening up those muscles in the back body, because that can get tight too in the thoracic spine. On the next inhale, just draw the arm all the way out and then lift it up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, bring that arm down and we'll go to the opposite side. So just inhale and bring the arm all the way up, reach through your fingertips, and then on the exhale, slide the arm all the way through. And as you slide your arm through, make sure that you allow for the shoulder and the neck to release down. Now, just a few expansive breaths. Remember, we're going to start slow, but I will challenge you later, but let's start slow. Just noticing what you're feeling in the upper back and in between the shoulder blades. And then slowly draw the arm all the way out. As you bring the arm all the way out, reach up, reach through your fingertips. And then on the exhale, release that arm back down. So as you release the arm back down, let's just walk the arms forward. And as you walk your hands forward, draw your hips back. And we'll just move into a simple extended child pose. If it feels better to have your forearms crossed, you can cross your forearms. And just focus now on drawing your shoulder blades back. Remember, we're focusing a little bit more on the head and neck this morning and the shoulder areas. So try to bring your shoulder blades all the way down your back and make sure that the back of your skull is in alignment with the cervical vertebra. So in other words, you want to have your head slightly down, but keep the neck long. Everybody breathe deep. Inhale, and let's float the torso back up. So as you bring your torso back up, come back into your alignment. And then on the inhale, we'll bring the right foot forward. So as you bring your right foot forward, just line up the ankle and the knee. And if that feels good to you, if that feels comfortable, you can curl the right toe under and draw the knee back a little bit more until you can actually feel it in the top of your thigh. Because you want to feel it in the quadriceps group. You want to feel that. So if you're not feeling anything at all, and you want to engage a little bit more, you can curl the toe under and flex the heel and let your hips sink down. If you know it felt pretty good in the other position, that's probably what you needed. So stick with that. Everybody's breathing deep. Try to keep your gaze forward and slightly down. And just let go if you're holding in the hips. If you're holding really tight, just relax that area. We don't have to do it all in one practice. Now draw both of your hips back. You'll draw the right knee back, and let's bring the left foot forward. So when you bring your left foot forward, remember to find your alignment. And in your upper body, keep those shoulders back away from your ears. Curl the right toe under, inhale, and you'll float the foot up or float the knee up, or you'll stay right where you are. because sometimes you feel more by keeping the knee down. It just depends on which muscles are tighter on you. So if you leave the knee back and down, you can focus a little bit more on letting the hips sink down. If you feel it better when you curl the toe under, just remember to elongate through the crown of your head, no matter what posture you're in. Everybody's breathing deep. Now on the next exhale, just draw the left knee back. And as you draw the left knee back, separate your knees wider this time, as wide as you can, so that the toes will touch. And then we'll walk the hands forward, draw the shoulder blades back. Let the heart center sink down. Let your chest release down. And as your heart or your chest releases down, then you can allow your head and your neck to relax down. So make sure you have enough room between the knees. Everybody take a really deep breath. Ah. Let it all go. Separate your shoulder blades a little bit right now. And then on the inhale, float your hips back up. And as you bring your hips back up, you can walk your hands back. And we'll bring the right foot forward and then the left foot forward. And now we'll just gently fold forward. So just come about halfway down. If you can, come about halfway down, bend your knees a little bit deeper. And as you're bending your knees deeper, exhale, press into your feet, and we'll inhale and roll the torso up. So bring your torso all the way up, let the torso come all the way up, clasp your hands behind you, and then lift all the way up on the sternum. So as you're lifting up on the sternum, keep drawing your palms down. So you want to feel the arms are drawing down and the shoulders are coming away from the ears, and keep lifting up through the crown of the head. Full expansive breathing. And then on the exhale, just release the arms. So you'll release your arms, bring your hands to your waist. On the next exhale, bend both of your knees, draw your hips back, and we'll just lean forward. Try to lead with your heart as you're coming down towards the floor. And this time you're going to move into a little bit deeper forward fold. And as you're coming forward, can you cross your forearms over and hold on to the knobby parts of the elbows? And if you can line up your upper arms with your ears, that's about where you want to line the body. So you're in a good alignment and you're not crunched over, but you're creating a nice long spine. And let's just hang out together for a minute. So maybe you want to rock from side to side or nod your head. Yes, yes, I relax. Yes, I'm letting go. Now pressing the soles of the feet into the mat, exhale, engage your abdomen, and then lift your arms up without moving. So bring the arms all the way up so that you're using your abdominal muscles to engage. You want to use your abdomen. Exhale, and you can release the arms all the way down. Let the arms come all the way down. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and then all the way down. On the next inhale, let's lift the arms up over the head. On the exhale, we'll fold forward. This time we're going to come all the way down. As you're folding forward, bend your knees. Inhale, and we'll bring that right leg back. As you bring your right leg back, you can bring your left leg back, and then walk your feet apart
And as you're walking your feet apart, on the next exhale, just bend your right knee and your left knee, and we'll move right into Adho Mukha Svanasana, or downward facing dog. Try to bring your chest a little bit closer to your thighs, and we'll just warm up the body a little bit. This should feel pretty good. Take a look up at your palms and make sure that you fanned out your fingers. And then just bend both of the knees, draw the hips back, and externally rotate your shoulders by drawing the shoulder blades apart. And breathe. On the next exhale, just hinge slightly forward. And as we're hinging forward, you can drop down onto your knees. When you come down onto your knees, draw your elbows in a little bit closer to your body. And on the exhale, you'll come down towards the floor with the chest and the chin. And then on the inhale, just float your torso up. So walk your hands forward now, and we're going to move into a gentle back bend. And this feels really good on the cervical spine as well. So we're just moving into our Sphinx pose. Make sure that your elbows and your shoulders are lined up. Really focus on your alignment this morning. Fan out your fingers as wide as you can. And then on the next inhale, you're just going to draw up from your navel towards the throat. Press down on the tops of your feet. Engage the buttocks and draw the tailbone down as if you're reaching towards your inner ankles. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears and deepen the breath. On the next exhale, just turn your head towards the right and then come back to the center, and you can turn your head towards the left. And then come back to the center. On the next exhale, draw the arms down underneath the rib cage. So your palms are underneath your rib cage. Exhale and draw all the way back. Curl your toes under and then lift your hips up towards the sky as we move again into Adho Mukha Svanasana. In your downward facing dog, it's really important to allow the head and the neck to release. So a lot of times I have my head up to speak, but I want you to release your head down, almost like you're looking at your toes. Have a good look at your toes, your feet. And then on the next inhale, we're just going to lunge forward as if you're moving into your plank. And guess what? We're going to move right into plank. Woo! So draw your heels back. And as you're drawing your heels back, reach through the crown of your head. And if you're reaching through the crown of the head, you feel like all this energy is going downward, try to lift up the hips a little bit and lift up out of the inner arms by pressing your thumb and your index finger down a little bit more. So when you press into the thumb and index finger, you'll bring more energy up your inner arms and you won't fall into your plank pose. Full breath. Yes, we're holding them a little longer today. On the exhale, just bend your knees and then draw your hips back. When you draw your hips back, just sway your hips from side to side. And on the inhale, we'll float the torso up. And then we'll bring the right foot forward. So when you bring your right foot forward this time, can you draw the right hip all the way back? Just draw the hip back. And if you can come down to the floor, that's fine.
If you want to stay up higher, that's okay too. Whatever posture feels good this morning, that's the one we want to use. And then walk the hands forward, and you'll bring your right knee back. Let's step the left foot forward and just draw the hands back, start walking back. And if you can drop all the way down, that's fine. That feels good to you. You can flex through the heel. If you don't like that, you can stay elevated and keep trying to level out the hips. So you keep your hips squared and you're not drawing back with the right, but actually drawing forward. Keep your gaze forward and then walk your fingertips towards the front. We'll bring the left knee back and then draw both hips back and move the legs forward. So your legs are going to come in front of the torso. And as your legs come in front of the torso, we're just going to move into a gentle twist. Okay. So exhale and draw that right knee in towards your chest. Lift all the way up on the sternum. Inhale and lift the right arm up and over the head and then back behind you. Keep lifting up through your heart center. And then on the next exhale, engage the abdomen and just start revolving your shoulders towards the back of the room. Now, if you're in a focused twist, you know that you're going to be massaging your internal organs. How? Because on the inhales, you're expanding, and on the exhales, you're really drawing the navel in towards the spine so that you can create that circulation or that flow of prana and nourishment to your cells. So breathing deep. If you feel any tension in your shoulders, make sure you drop them down away from your ears. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to get into your posture. And coming out is just as important. So slowly revolve back out of the posture. And then extend the leg back down. And then we'll go on the opposite side. So stay focused throughout the whole posture. Coming in and coming out is just as important. Inhale and lift all the way up. Extend your left arm up. Exhale and release that arm back down. So as you're bringing the arm back down, keep lifting up through the sternum. And when you're ready, you'll just revolve the shoulders towards the back of the room, or maybe the back of your yard, wherever you are today. Keep your shoulders down. Try to be safe wherever you are. Really breathe into your upper back now, if you can. Breathe into your upper back. Building more lung capacity through your breath. And then slowly we'll revolve the shoulders forward, coming out of the posture with that same focus. Beautiful focus. Inhale and lift all the way up on the sternum. On the exhale, release the arms back down. Now just bring your hands to the right, and we'll bring the hands forward, coming back up onto hands and knees. On the inhale, we'll bring the right foot forward and then the left foot forward. And then let's fold forward. And as you fold forward, again, this time drop right into your forward fold.
Draw your calf muscles down towards your ankles and lift the hamstrings up. As you're lifting the hamstrings up, allow your head to release your neck. So let the weight of your head be there. Just let it be there. Full deep breath. On the next exhale, you can bend both of your knees, bring your arms forward, and then press through your feet. Inhale, inhale, inhale the whole way up. Let your palms touch. And then on the exhale, just gently press your hips forward. As you're pressing your hips forward, reach through your fingertips. And sometimes you're just reaching up towards the sky, and that feels good. Sometimes you're reaching up and back, but try to keep the arch open in the spine. On the exhale, you can bring your palms right down the midline, right to the center of the heart, and lift your heart up into the palms. And now on the next exhale, just release the hands down, bring your hands to your waist. On the inhale, we'll bring the right leg back. So as you bring your right leg back, shift your hips slightly forward, and then on the next exhale, clasp your hands behind you. So as you're clasping your hands behind you, if you have too wide of a stance at this time, we're going to move into head to knee posture. So try to make the stance a little shorter and keep your feet in alignment. Then inhale and lift up on the heart. When you exhale, you can tilt back slightly into stargazer, or right now it's probably sun gazer. On the exhale, start hinging forward from the hips. And as you're hinging forward from the hips, focus on leading with your heart. That's where we find the joy, the gladness, the gratitude. On the inhale, if you like, you can lift your arms up and reach towards the sky if that feels good to you. If you'd rather stay focused on keeping your hips parallel, just keep drawing your arms back behind you. Any posture that feels good this morning is the one that's right for your personal practice. Try to use both feet. Don't put all of the weight on the front foot. Now press into both feet, engage your abdomen, and we'll inhale, inhale, inhale the whole way up. Yeah, that should feel good. Lift up through the sternum, and then on the exhale, bring all the weight into your left foot, and we'll bring the right foot forward. So as you bring your right foot forward, inhale, engage your abdomen, and lift up on the sternum one more time. Try to keep your collarbones away from each other. So you're bringing your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Focus on your breath. On the next inhale, bring your left leg one step back. So just bring the left leg back one step. Inhale and lift up on the heart. Exhale and tilt back slightly into your stargazer. Let the heart be open. Let the armpits be open. On the next exhale, just start hinging forward. And as you're hinging forward, you're reaching forward, keeping the right hip back and the left hip forward. And when you get about halfway down, you can choose to stay there and just keep leveling the hips, or you can choose to release down forward into this yoga mudra, head to knee posture. Inhale, 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 and then exhale everything out. Let everything go. Try to keep the weight on both of your feet. Might feel different on this side. Press through both of your feet, engage your abdomen, and we'll lift the torso all the way up. Bring all the weight into your right foot, and let's press that left foot forward. Release your arms and just notice the lightness in your arms. Maybe you can notice some lightness now, and just let the arms move from side to side. Release any tension in the arms. Feeling a little bit more energy now in the upper body, hopefully. Let's bring the hands to the waist. So when you bring your hands to the waist, we'll inhale and bring the right foot one giant step back. On the exhale, bend the left knee. So as you bend your left knee, you should feel like you're gonna lunge forward, like you could lunge forward. So let's do that now. Inhale and bring the arms up over the head. And then on the exhale, just lunge forward. So as you're lunging forward, you're just gonna press through the back heel, reach through the fingertips, keep your gaze slightly forward and slightly down. Try to keep the hips parallel. Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, release your arms down to the side. Bring your hands to your waist, and let's step the right foot forward. Extend your arms down strong. Bring your hands to your waist. Inhale and bring your left leg back. So now when you bring your left leg back, try to get both hips parallel. Drop the front knee down. And as you drop your front knee down, you should feel like you could actually just lunge forward. So on the inhale, we'll bring the arms directly over the head. And then on the exhale, just start lunging forward. And as you begin lunging forward, press through your back heel. Press through the back heel and try to keep the length in your right leg. So try to keep the right leg long. Keep your gaze slightly down and slightly forward as you're reaching through your limbs. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3 pose. Inhale and lift the arms all the way up. On the exhale, bring your palms right down the center line, right to the heart center. Bring the weight to your right foot and then step your left foot forward. Close your eyes down and just dive inside and notice your breath. Take this opportunity to go internal and just notice any sensations or vibrations in the body. On the exhale, you can release the arms down. So as you're releasing your arms down to the side, come into your strong mountain pose. Press through your feet, engage your inner thighs, and start lifting all the way up. And as you're lifting the inner thighs up towards your navel, feel that energy in the abdominal region and keep reaching all the way up towards the top of your head or the crown of your head. On the exhale, you can extend your fingertips strong towards the earth. This is mountain pose or Tadasana. So keep your chin parallel with the earth, really feeling yourself grounded, lighten up at the crown of their head, or the top of the head. Bring your hands to your waist, and on the inhale, we'll bring that right leg back one time. So when you bring your right leg back, bring the hips forward. And on the exhale, drop your front knee down. As you bring your front knee down, if you want to lift up on your back heel, you can lift up on the back heel
and let the hips sink down a little bit more. Just let your hips sink down a little bit more. Sometimes it's a wider stance for everybody. On the inhale, bring the arms up over your head. Reach your arms up over your head. Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1 posture. On the exhale, extend your arms back, and as you're reaching your arms back and away, as you're gazing forward, try closing your eyes down. And when you close your eyes down, you can lead with your heart. Now slowly bring the palms back to the heart center. Bring the weight into your left foot, and we'll bring the right foot forward. Now release your arms down to the side. We'll bring the left leg back. Just take one step back with the left leg. And when you bring your left leg back, you can drop your front knee down. So let your front knee drop down. And if that feels comfortable there, you can stay right there. If you want to engage the back of the leg, you can lift the heel up and then draw the heel back down. So in your Warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana 1 posture, you should feel really stable and grounded to the earth. And then on the inhale, you'll bring your arms up, lift the rib cage up, and really feeling victorious in this posture. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. There's a lot of little victories every day in our life. Let's not forget those. On the exhale, extend your arms back behind you. And as you're reaching your arms back behind you, open up at the heart. Get your gaze forward, and then close your eyes down. Leading with the heart, deepening your breath. Slowly bringing the palms together, bringing together all of your courage, all of your compassion to help you make the right choices. Bring the weight into your right foot, and we'll put the left foot forward. So just placing your left foot forward, exhale, and release the arms down to the side. Bring your hands to your waist, and on the next inhale, we'll bring the right leg back. So as you bring your right leg back, can you turn out? And as you're turning out towards the front, just let your feet be at least 3 feet apart. So the feet are at least 3 feet apart. You're bringing your feet about 3 feet apart or 4. And then on the next exhale, just turn your right foot out. And as you turn your right foot out at a 90-degree angle, you can bend the right knee. And as you're bending the right knee, you should notice that the body will start to move forward or shift forward into the future. So bring yourself back, come right back to the midline, and let the energy go downward through the midline, apana, or a downward direction. And then press through the outer edge of your back foot. And if all of that feels really good, cross your arms over in front, and on the inhale, we'll extend the arms out nice and long. Lift up through the sternum, and on the exhale, turn and look out towards the horizon. And as you're looking out towards the horizon, just remember to engage your abdominal muscles so you'll get the most out of this posture. Deepen your breath. And then turn your palms up. And as you turn your palms up, lift up through the sternum. And then turn your palms down, exhale, and release the arms down. As you release your arms down, just bend your front elbow. And as you're bending the right elbow on the inhale, open up at the heart. So you're coming halfway down into your side angle pose. And in your side angle pose, you're using your back foot like an anchor. And then on the inhale, you can reach the arm up over the head. And as you reach your arm up over the head, reach through your fingertips. Keep your breath going. Try to stay engaged and come out of your lower shoulder. Nice side body opening. Let your hips sink down. And then on the next exhale, just release the arm all the way down. The back arm goes on the back thigh, and you can lift your front arm up and over, moving into your dancing warrior. This posture of joy allows you to open up the heart, open up the rib cage, and feel the joy of the dancer. On the next exhale, release the leg back down. As you release your leg back down, we'll just bring the heels in. And as you bring your heels inward, on the exhale, bend both of your knees. And as you're bending both of your knees, just allow for a moment for the hips to sink down. So you can sway from side to side, moving from side to side. And then on the inhale, bring the arms up over the head. As you're reaching your fingertips up towards the sky, on the exhale, bend your elbows. And as your elbows are coming down, let your palms be near your 7th chakra and the 6th chakra and the upper part of the body. Really breathing deep. Try to extend through the crown of your head and notice any lightness right in between the eyes, right in the third eye region. Let your hips sink down. Whatever posture you're in today is a beautiful posture in your yoga practice. On the inhale, just keep floating back up and press your palms up. And as you press your palms up, separate your arms a little bit wider. And as you're looking up towards the sky, maybe you can bring to mind anything at all that you can be grateful for. And there's so many things to be grateful for today. Just being here right now. On the exhale, just release your arms down. And as you release your arms down to the side, let's turn that left foot out. And as you turn your left foot out, bend your left knee. As you're bending your left knee and moving into now your warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2, try to notice where your midline is. So you'll be drawing the torso down in a southerly direction and lifting the crown of the head up in a northern direction. And then cross your arms over in front and extend your arms out to the east and to the west and feel the energy flowing in all directions. Then turn and look out towards the horizon and bring to mind your intention. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, is the posture of intent. On the exhale, release the arms down. And as you're releasing your arms down, you can just bend your front elbow and start leaning forward. So as you're coming into your side angle pose, use the outer edge of your back foot like an anchor to draw the leg down. and feel really grounded to the earth. On the inhale, you can lift your arm up, reaching towards the space, maybe where the ceiling and the wall meet, and just let your hips sink down. You can do your own variations. Stay right here. Press your thigh forward on the back leg. You can move deeper into the posture if you like, and move right into a bind if you felt like it. But otherwise, you would just stay where you are and notice in your breath if you're creating more space in the spine. This is a great posture to feel that. You can feel that you're actually lengthening your spine. And then on the inhale, we'll just float the arm up. And as you float the arm up, we'll bend the knee again. Raise the arm up over the head and move right into your dancer pose. You can just lift the corners of your mouth right now. And maybe you're smiling at the sky. It is Saturday after all. On the next exhale, just release your arms down in a windmill fashion. So you're bringing both arms down towards your foot. Inhale, bring your leg back. Exhale, and we'll push all the way back into our downward facing dog. So as you move back into your downward facing dog, just bend one knee and then the other. Draw your hips back. Separate your shoulder blades. And on the inhale, we'll lunge forward like you're coming into your plank, and maybe you are. Bend both of your knees. Bring your elbows in tight to your body. Come down, knees, chest, and chin towards the floor. Inhale and float your torso all the way up this time. Bhajanasana is great for your spine. It's great for your cervical spine. So try to keep your gaze slightly down and slightly forward. And then on the exhale, draw the hips back. And as you're bringing your hips back, just float your torso all the way up. As you bring your torso up, you can extend your legs forward. And as you're extending your legs forward, let's move now right into our Dandasana, or staff pose. Rock your hips from side to side. Release the shoulders down away from your ears. Flex through your heels. And now let's engage the whole body in this one. Engage your calf muscles like you're drawing in towards your shins. Engage your thighs like you're drawing in towards the thigh bones. Even the buttocks begins to engage like you're lifting yourself up off of the ground or off of your flying carpet. Take a deep breath. Exhale and bring your palms down towards the mat. And as you're bringing your palms down, draw the collarbones away from each other. Lift up through the heart center. And really allow for your heart to be open. Maybe now you can even imagine telling the whole world what your heart desires. On the next exhale, just release all of that. Let all of that go. And then we'll bend the right knee and bend the left knee and draw the hips down. So when you're bringing your hips down a little closer to your ankles, first draw the heart center up and in. So you want to feel like you're making that length in your long spine. And then if you like, you can clasp your hands underneath the knees and lift up again, lift up higher. Now inhale, and if you want to bring one leg up at a time, you can practice bringing one leg up at a time. maybe finding that balance on your sits bones. And then draw both of the legs together. Inhale and lift up on the heart again. And on the exhale, we'll just release the hands if you like, if you want to, and extend the legs. So we're going to move right into our boat pose or rock pose really today. Let's do rock pose. So that means you have to really lift up your heart more. So you're engaging your abdominals, but you're lifting the heart up and you're lifting your legs slightly up, almost like you were balancing on a rock. Full breath. Let's embrace this beautiful day. Just another gift. And then on the exhale, draw the knees back in. As you're drawing the knees back in towards your chest, exhale and drop the knees open to the side. And we'll move right into our Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. Inhale and lift up on the sternum. If your legs are tight from running or riding your bike, then just draw your knees back slightly and lift up through the heart center. Sometimes that feels good. You can hold on to your ankles and lift up through the heart center. But just try to keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. In Baddha Konasana, it's a posture of stillness, but if your physical body isn't feeling free, sometimes it feels good to move the knees a little bit. It might help to release the hip joints. But then after you've done that for a while, just close your eyes down for a moment, lift up through the heart, and breathe. On the next inhale, just use your hands for support. Bring the knees back together. As you bring your knees back together, we'll extend the legs down long. Draw your hips down towards your ankles and then come back down onto your back. So as you come back down onto your back, slowly relax your shoulder blades and really notice your upper body right now. Relax the shoulder blades. Draw the knees in towards your chest. And as you bring the knees in towards your chest, extend the arms out to the side. Drop the knees over towards your right elbow. And try to keep your left shoulder down. You can turn and look out towards the left. If all that feels okay and your shoulder is down, you can bring the arm up if you like. Or you can even extend the top leg and make it long, whichever feels good to you. So you're kind of in an L shape. Full breath. Try to relax your low back. And breathe deeply into that rib cage. Remember, this is your time, so don't let mind take you anywhere else. Exhale and release the arm back down, and then draw the knees back in towards the midline. Draw the knees into the chest. Extend your arms out to the side and drop the knees over towards your left elbow. And just try to keep the right shoulder on the floor. If you're feeling that that's not happening, you can lift the knees up higher and that'll bring you down lower onto your shoulder. If all that feels okay and you want to lift the arm up, you can reach your arm up and you can even extend the opposite leg long. So you're making an L shape and you're just releasing your low back.
Breathe so deep that you can actually feel the breath opening up those muscles between the ribs. On the exhale, just release the arm down. Bring the knees back together. One final posture. We'll move into bridge pose. That'll help us to cool it down for the rest of the day. So bring the feet a little bit closer together. Try not to let your knees separate in this posture. Bring your hands down to the side. Press through the feet, and on the inhale, float the hips up. And as you're floating your hips up, if you like, you can inhale, extend the arms up over the head. And then just keep reaching through your knees, like you're drawing your knees forward. Exhale and come down slowly. Bring your arms down. Now, if you want to do that again, you can do that again. It'll feel really good. If you want to go deeper into the posture, lift your hips up slightly, clasp your hands underneath you, rock your right shoulder under and then your left shoulder under, and then pressing through the feet, press through your forearms, inhale and float the hips up. Try to relax the throat. Maybe breathe now into your upper chest and the throat. Keep your knees together. And then very slowly, you're just going to come down one vertebra at a time, one little notch at a time. And then you can inhale and extend your right leg down, and then extend your left leg down. Relax the right arm and the left arm. And as we move into our Shavasana, or this final posture of integration, just relax the whole right side of your body. Let the foot drop open in a posture of allowing. And now relax the whole left side of the body. And let the foot drop open in a posture of allowing. And now, without moving, take a deep breath all the way up towards the crown of your head. And on the exhale, let it splay out through your fingertips and your toes. Just let it all out. Now shift your attention to the crown of your head. Relax the top of your head, your forehead, the eyebrows, and the corners of the eyes. Relax the cheeks and the jaw. And let there be space between the teeth. Let your tongue drop to the base of the mouth. And now take a breath in through your torso up to your heart. And when you exhale, exhale down from the crown of your head back into your heart. Follow that wave of your own breath. Each inhalation up to the heart, each exhalation from the crown of your head back down into your heart.
Now bring your attention to the heart center. And while you're there, try to let go of any negative emotions you might have for yourself or for anyone else. And feel a real love for yourself. Then you can project that love. Now take your time, draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a good squeeze. Acknowledge yourself for doing your practice. And then as you come back up into a comfortable seated position, try to keep your gaze slightly downward. Bring your palms together at the heart center. Lift your heart up into the palm. And we'll close our practice today with the greeting of Namaste. My internal light respects your internal light. Namaste.